Keeper of the Flame is a pretty suspenseful film. This was released in 1942, directed by George Cukor, and stars Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn. And Hepburn plays Christine Forrest. She is recently widowed. And Spencer Tracy plays Stephen O'Malley, who's a journalist, and he's trying to write the biography of the recently deceased Forrest. And as the narrative progresses, we learn more and more about this individual because Forrest was a national hero and he died. His car went off of a bridge, and it seems like this would be a really interesting subject for a biography. But as O'Malley begins to dig a little bit deeper into his life and talks to his widow, things take an interesting turn. I don't want to say too much more than that. I don't want to give away any more, but I really enjoyed it. Obviously, Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn are always amazing on screen together, and this is absolutely no exception. I also love Margaret Wycherly, who plays Mrs. Forrest. I loved her. She's obviously Forrest's mother, and I thought she was fabulous. She was brilliant, captivating. I love Katharine Hepburn, but even when we had Hepburn and Wycherly on screen, I couldn't take my eyes off of her. I thought she was just incredible. Mesmerizing performance. Great use of thunderstorms in this. I found that to be very effective. And the pacing of the narrative is really great. It was maybe, well, I don't want to say it was a little slow. It was slower than I'd expected, but at the same point, the narrative kicks in pretty quickly, which sounds contradictory. But I guess the point is it took a little while to introduce Christine Forrest. But once she was introduced, she's in it quite a lot. So that I obviously absolutely loved. And it's an interesting journey, and I don't want to say any more than that about the narrative because I don't want to spoil it. I do recommend it. It's maybe not a film I'd watch again and again. As a one-time watch, it's good. Maybe I'd watch it a second time, but it's never going to be an all-time favourite film or anything. But I think it had some interesting points to raise, particularly as we start to learn more about Forrest and dig a little bit deeper into who he was. But ultimately, I really enjoyed it. If you're looking for an interesting, fascinating, perhaps unpredictable film that's very well filmed and tells the story really well with a great cast and really fascinating characters, Keeper of the Flame is one that I'd say is definitely worth checking out.